A majestic scene at the lower Sussex Little League complex in Roxana, Delaware. The second day of pool play here at the Senior League Softball World Series. Two teams seeking redemption, that being the East champs of MOT here in Delaware to face off with the Latin America champs in Puerto Rico. Division at a glance, 13 to 16-year-olds competing in a two-phase tournament, the first being pool play with the top four teams advancing. 14-year-old, a promising career with MOT. That one misses low, and Mercado gives up a leadoff walk to begin this game. 2019, Condon said they went out to a Mexican restaurant, got the nicknames off the menu, and that's the only one that stuck. Check back to first. Landry called out. What a play by the catcher, Rivera, as Landry. And now Joe Pondon wants to take a look and perhaps challenge this call. Ancestral challenge on his part, and it is. Landry with the overturned call goes back to first base. 0-1 pitch, Mercado deals. Grounder to third, Rodriguez across for the out. 5-3 retired was Taylor. Landry advancing to second on the fielder's choice. 0-2. Out of the reach of the catcher, Rivera. Landry to third on the wild pitch. And MOT now a throw to third. And time will be awarded. Landry will touch home. And the first run of this tournament for MOT comes in the top of the first inning. A 1-0 lead for the East Regional champ. One more look at this one. The check to third as Rodriguez threw it back. A miscommunication with the throw allowed Landry to come home, and a 1-0 lead. Swung on and missed, strikeout for Mercado. That'll be her first of the night, and there's two away.
Now here's the pitcher,
1-1 pitch. Slow grounder too short. Across, Pacheco comes up with the throw that will end the inning. But a run comes across, first time in this tournament for MOT. Batter thinks it's ball four and already anticipates that. Now officially another strike as Mercado did the same thing twice. Now what it is, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and hoping for a different result. Was already putting the bat down, thinking it was ball four. And it turns out to be a strikeout. Talmadge, who fell behind in the count 3-0, answers with 3 strikes to record her first strikeout of the night. Here's the 2-2. Sent to left center field. Play on it. That one's going to drop to a base hit. Stand-up double here for Casiano. The first hit of the day for Puerto Rico has them in scoring position. Fans of Javi Baez. And there is the second strikeout. Back-to-back Ks for Talmadge as Pacheco. Ground ball up the middle, past the diving shortstop in Taylor. And Puerto Rico has tied this one up as Pacheco, along with Arroyo, coming up the designated player with the RBI single. Casiano coming in to score off that double, so an RBI single for Arroyo. Rivera loves to see the Yankees, and all of a sudden, quickly stealing for second. And in safely is Guzman, the special pinch runner. Rivera. This time, Guzman going for third and slides in. Another stolen base for the special pinch runner, Guzman. Guzman at third, the special pinch runner. Rivera. Ball four, and that'll put runners at the corners. First walk surrendered here by Telmad. Rivera in the second, so second and third now on an 0-1 count with 2 outs. Baez, who goes by Nanny. This one sent into left. That falls in for a base hit past the left fielder Whitman. 2 runs are going to come to score. Rounding second into third. Head first slide with a 2-run triple. How about that off the bat there for Puerto Rico, as Baez has given Puerto Rico their first lead of the tournament. Brings up the first baseman. Slow roller to third. Tuffy on to first. Wild throw. And that allows a run to score in Baez. The error as Sevilla gets into second. It's a 4-run first inning for Puerto Rico. An error on Tuffy. Telmaj, who started strong with back-to-back strikeouts, has since seen 4 runs come across. Largest lead of this tournament for Puerto Rico. Won the lottery, she says she would build her own batting cage. First pitch swinging, this one dumps into shallow left center field. Runners at first and third. Now the ball gets away from Orr, allowing the advancement to second on the play by Figueroa. Sevilla, unable to advance home, stays at third, so it'll be second and third with 2 outs. And that will do it. So despite the fact that Telmaj strikes out the side, Puerto Rico puts 4 across, highlighted by a 2-run triple from Lisiana Baez. And a walk drawn to lead off the top of the second. Greatest quarterback of all time, surpassing Tom Brady. That one sent into left field for a base hit, rounding second into third on the play is Pondon. She's going to round third, getting waved home on the RBI double by Tuffy to get MOT closer within 2 runs at 4-2. Sends this one to center field. Easy play for Baez. And there is the first out here in this second inning. Whitman, base hit into center field. Pondon not electing to send the special runner Garofalo into second base is Whitman. And here is MOT threatening 2 on with first pitch sky high. Center fielder, or Pacheco, the shortstop rather, calling everyone off for the second out. To third, good stab in front by Rodriguez, however unable to get a throw to first, and that allows Garofalo to come home and score. And here is the East within 1 run at 4-3. An error on Rodriguez. That'll be the first of the game for Puerto Rico.
Now here's shortstop,
2 outs. Run. Off to second, trying to go with the double steal perhaps. Puerto Rico was anticipating it either way. Whitman at third, advancing to sent to short. Pacheco fields it across for the out. MOT putting 2 runs on the board. Midway through the second, Puerto Rico for the second straight year by Puerto Rico. This one sent into the gap in right center field. That one's going to reach all the way to the wall. Mercado with a leadoff double to begin the bottom of the second. Talmadge working with a full count. And surrenders the walk, so the first two batters on base. Won the lottery, she'd create a foundation to rescue street animals. Certainly a worthy cause. That one in for a called third strike looking, and that is the first out as Talmadge with her Carolina Arroyo, the designated player who had an RBI single her first time up, this time sending it to deep left. Whitman there for the out, tagging up from second, and getting in under the tag was Mercado. Talk about self-confidence. Sends this one to deep left center field and gone for a two-run home run. She can talk the talk and she can walk the walk. A 7-3 lead for Puerto Rico on a three-run home run for Andrea Rivera. Absolutely crushed to one of the deepest parts of the ballpark here at Bruce Layton Field. Just a moonshot, and all smiles and all celebration for the Latin American champions back in the Senior League Softball World Series for the second straight year. Phase 1 into Phase 2, which turns into a 8-team single elimination bracket. This one a ground ball through past the diving Taylor into left field for a two-out single. Over 50 pitches now thrown from Talmadge in the first two innings. Stolen base as Baez, who's now two, says this was a sport that caught her attention at an early age. That one gets through the legs of Taylor, rounding third, coming in to score. Head first slide is Baez, and it's an 8-3 lead for Puerto Rico. Daniela Figueroa, left-handed bat, steps in with two outs. That one nearly hits her. Going into second, no throw by Orr is Sevilla. Talmadge with the 1-2 pitch. Opposite way through for a base hit. Rounding third, on her way to home. She will score with no problem is Alex Sevilla. On to second is Figueroa. On the throw to home, the single advancing on to second. A run coming across once more. It's 9-3 Puerto Rico. The offense has broken it wide open here for Puerto Rico in the bottom of this second inning. Her favorite team in softball, one of the best, one of the powerhouses, Oklahoma Sooners. This one lofted into right field, blue pit. Rounding third, Figueroa. Throw gets away by Orr. She scampers back to third. Arzola Martinez ending up at second. This inning as Puerto Rico has batted around with 5 runs coming across. Ground ball to short. Taylor unable to stab it. That's going to score Figueroa. Second run comes through, make it 11-3 on the 2-run double by Mercado. Martinez and Figueroa both scoring on that 2-run double, and Puerto Rico has broken it wide open, up by 8 runs in the bottom of the second. 7 runs in total coming across for this offense. And this one sent to deep left field, out of the reach of Whitman. That's going to bring home Mercado. That'll be the 12th run of this game for Puerto Rico. 8th run coming in the second inning. 2 for 2 with an R. Ground ball to third. That gets through for a base hit. Cassiano halts up at third, allowing for Pacheco to pick up her first hit. And it's got to be by 15 runs, but 10 runs once regulation is complete. This time, the inning comes to a close. Archer puts it into her glove. 8 runs, though, for Puerto Rico. That one missing low, and a leadoff walk surrendered by Mercado for the second time tonight. Through the championship game on Sunday to see who comes home the winner of the Senior League World Series. That one sent all the way to the wall. Talmadge having to be held up to a long single. So first and second, nobody out. This one sky high, sent over to short. Pacheco makes the play and retires. Pondon for the first out here in the third. This one sent into shallow left field. That's going to drop for a hit. And the play to third. A 7-5 putout. That should be an out. The second base umpire, as there will be a conference about this, Jim Rose. It was first and second. The call. Runner at third should be out. And that is the call. So a force out on a heads-up play, by the way. Give credit to Martinez to 2-0 pitch. Missing high. Back to first. And safe. Meanwhile, heads-up base running. Talmadge advances to third on that check back to first. That one, a wild pitch, turns out to be ball 4. So Archer. Ground ball to short. Pacheco lost the handle of it. Talmadge comes in to score. Tuffy rounding third, and she is out. Rivera held on to it, so only one run comes across in the typhoon that has caused massive landslides, that has caused multiple deaths. And as a result, they may in fact not be able to travel, representing Asia Pacific in this tournament. Rivera. That one sent to left field for a base hit as Bonilla scampers into second base. So the third hit today for Baez Wednesday. That one hitting Sevilla, and that will load the bases. Sevilla. First pitch swinging, chopper, that is staying fair. Down the line, trying to go home, and unable to catch it was Orr by the throw from from Pondon. And a run comes across in the form of Bonilla, makes it 13-4. Out. Ground ball to second. Archer can't handle the play. It goes into right field. The error allows one run to score. Here comes the tag at home, and Orr able to apply the tag as Sanchez is out, the first out, but a run comes across, the 14th run of the night for Puerto Rico. So Baez was able to score as Sanchez was tagged out by Orr before she touched home plate. Billy Madison, click, Happy Gilmore for me. This one sent into center field, playable there for Landry. Tagging up from third and coming in to score is Figueroa, and that is the 15th run to come across for Puerto Rico here with 2 outs. Cassiano. First pitch. This one set up high to third. Tuffy makes the play to end the inning. We are through 3 here at the Senior League Softball World Series. Puerto Rico 15-4. 0-1 pitch to Washburn. Going opposite way out of the reach of Figueroa. And a leadoff single to start the top of the 4th inning. Autographing softballs for souvenirs. This one a high chopper to short. Pacheco, great play to limit the damage. Will turn into an infield single for Landry. Her first hit of the game. So as we saw, Giselle Allie Taylor. Mercado, a little wild on that pitch. Good play by Rivera behind the plate. And it turns out to be that a hit by Simone Biles, Ricchio's favorite athlete, who just won gold at the Paris Games today. Ground ball to third. Great play by the third baseman to home for the force out. What a stop by Rodriguez on the 5-2 putt out, avoiding a run coming across for Emma. That one missing low, and a walk with the bases loaded brings home a run here for MOT to make it 15-5. 2-2, grounder to third. Play is to home. Rivera holding firm at home plate. The force out is the second out of the inning. Stays a 15-5 game. So that one low, and another walk surrendered with the bases loaded from Mercado. Brings home the second run of the inning for MOT to make it a 15-6 game. Says if she loses a game, next game she goes with a different hairstyle. Ground ball to third. Rodriguez, what an absolute great stab in the tag that ends the inning. Daya Rodriguez owned the top half of the 4th inning with a couple of puts out to home, and now Pacheco, who has said would love to meet Carlos Correa of the Twins, who's also from Puerto Rico, and a leadoff walk surrendered by Ricchio. Her favorite athletes include Ronaldo, who was spectacular for Portugal in his final Euros. Throw down by Orr to second, stolen base awarded to Pacheco in scoring position. They've already got a player in scoring position with nobody out. Guzman scoring to bunt. Ball gets past Orr on to third. And that one, ball 4, so the first 2 runners on board after drawing walks. First as well. Squares up to bunt, gets hit too, and that will load the bases. So Rivera hit by pitch, awarded first base. That one gets away, and a walk that allows a run to come in to score the 16th run for Puerto Rico tonight. 5 runs away from potentially ending this game based on the 15-run rule. Swung on and missed, strike 3 call. Ricchio with the strikeout, her first tonight, a much-needed one as Sevilla missing. That one gets away. Coming in, sliding, ball gets loose from Orr. They're going to call the runner safe, that being Guzman. In fact, they're going to call her out. Here's one more look at it. So Guzman slipping as she gets to home. Orr never had control of the ball. question then becomes, the home plate umpire has to say, and they overturn the call, safe. Guzman touched the base first before the tag that was a 2-2 pitch coming from Riccio. That one way outside, and now full count. That one getting away. In fact, Rivera sliding in and is safe. Rivera stumbled a little bit, got some dirt on the pants, but either way, Puerto Rico has built up now a 12-run lead off the wild pitch by Riccio. As the tag coming down late off the throw by Orr. Orr behind the plate because of the 15-run rule. Figueroa now draws the walk, and it's 1st and 3rd with 1 out. That one called 3rd strike. All in the dirt, or looks for it. Heads up play at home. And another run comes across off the diving play by Baez. Heads up play, helmet comes off. But that will be the 19th run scored tonight for Puerto Rico. And you can tell too on the face, got a head first slide into home. Dirt all over the face of Baez. You can. And a walk that is drawn by Mercado, so it's runners at the corners. 2 runs away is Puerto Rico from ending this game in this inning based on the 15-run. That was ball 4. There was a little bit of hesitation, but it is ball 4. So once again, the bases loaded. Figueroa is at 3rd. That one will draw a run, the 20th run of the night. Puerto Rico needs 1 more run to end this game here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Outside, 3-2, full count. And check that, a strikeout that will end the inning. So that will come to a close, the 4th inning on the strikeout by Riccio. And strike 3, swung on and missed. Strikeout for Mercado. Retires the leadoff hitter here in the top of the 5th. Mentioned the run rule before. Right now as it stands, a 14 for 2. Or check that, 1 for 2. Here's a slow roller, takes a weird bounce at first. The tag applied by the first baseman, Sevilla. And the East is down to their final out. Top 4 teams from each pool advance. That one hits Landry. And it will be a 2-out hit by pitch. Eastern time. This one sent to straightaway center field. Pacheco with the great running catch that ends the game. Puerto Rico picking up their first win of this tournament at the Senior League Softball World Series by a final of 20-6.
Time of the game, 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Time of the game, 2 hours and 20 minutes. Puerto Rico with 20 runs on 13 hits and 1 error. MOT falling to 0-2 in this tournament, 6 runs on 7 hits with 3 errors committed